If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What's going on? This is Gentry looking
Hey,
for
man. All right.
Ed.
He's on his way. I prodded him with a cattle prod, and he's now in motion.
Okay, no
I
worries.
got you on speaker. Tell me your name again, buddy.
Gentry.
Jeff?
Gentry.
Gentry.
No, Gentry. Gentry. Like ask the local gentry. Gentry.
Got it. Gentry.
Yeah, what's up? Hey.
Come on, Gentry's on hold over here. Okay, I'm coming.
How you doing, Ed? Man, it's great chatting with you.
Well, it's nice talking to you.
Yeah, we're here with Ed Asner. He recently released an autobiography, Son of a Junkman. So tell us, how do you go from rags to riches? What was life like for Ed Asner before the glitz and glamour of Hollywood?
Oh, it was 9 to 5 working, waiting for the next job, trying to kiss ass and get as many people to remember me and like me that they call me the next time.
What do you think your best asset was that brought you along on this journey from West Bottoms of Kansas City all the way to the bright lights of Hollywood? What was the best asset?
Well, the fact that I had handled junk, the fact that I had handled papers, rags, and metals, and there was nothing I wouldn't touch except disease.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hopefully you didn't catch any along the way.
No, I didn't. I caught the usual crap. It's amazing how, with the people that were always handy to, I never loaded out rags because they're the filthiest thing of all. But there are always people who could deal with the dust. We even bought bones at one time.
Oh, yeah, dinosaur bones, human bones.
No. Cattle bones.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a market for that during the war. I guess there still is.
How old were you when you got your break and you decided, I'm leaving the junkyard and I'm heading to Hollywood? Can you take us through that journey?
I had ended up doing the lead in a play in college at the University of Chicago. I was so affected by my performance that I became dedicated forevermore after that. I had not had any experience on the stage, but it evidently answered a long waiting desire to fulfill myself on the stage.
No acting classes along the way? You just, how did you pick it up?
Afterwards, yeah, after I committed myself. When I got to New York, I studied with Scylla Adler for about 3 months and couldn't take that. Auditioned, helped people audition for the Actors Studio, hoping that somebody would recognize my talent and have me study with Lee or go to the studio. That didn't happen. And then finally I joined Mira Rostova's class. She had been with the Moscow Arts Theater, and she was a good teacher.
And you were well on your way at that point. Our guest now, Ed Asner, of course, a lot of people remember him from the great Mary Tyler Moore Show. And we see women now, officially a woman now, vice president-elect. How about that for the first time? And some have said that Mary Richards kind of helped define the new vision of American womanhood. What do you think, Ed, would be talked about right now in the newsroom at WJM-TV here the past couple of weeks, now that we've got a woman for a vice president? How about that?
Well, we'd have to throw a blanket over Ted to keep him shut up. He'd probably rant and rave about a woman couldn't tell him what to do. And then Georgette would come in the office and tell him what to do. It would be interesting, but it's a natural progression.
You played a journalist on TV at a time when journalists where they would look at them like they're heroes. I'd like to know your opinion on responsibility that journalists have, and I know it's a tough one, to speak the truth. Because, you want to be able to exercise that First Amendment right. It's one of the good ones.
Yeah, and Donald Trump has been a major factor of challenging the facts. You can have facts and then show that they're lies, but only if they're your facts. He's done a great job in screwing up, using Fox News to help him perpetuate his concealment of the truth. He challenged Obama's birthplace, his name, everything else. He fouled the nest for Hillary Clinton. Mr. Biden will now set about, by being Mr. Clean as he is, to straighten out the litany. He'll prove where he was born, and he'll prove by his acts and his statements of what the truth is, and put the lie in Mr. Trump's teeth.
I've heard you say that you went from the worst 2 years of your life to the best years of your life, leading up to being cast with Mary Tyler Moore. I know a lot of people in 2020 have felt like it's been a really rough year. Maybe some people out there listening right now, maybe the toughest year of their life. Maybe give some hope to these people. Can you tell us how you went from 0 to 100, as the kids say nowadays? Ed, how'd you go from 0 to 100 so quick, just before the Mary Tyler Moore show?
I got it through auditioning, reading for the show, and my talent emerged. Ethel Wynant was vice president for CBS, and she was a strong endorser of my talent without even knowing that much about my talent. I then entered into a series of 7 years of the best writing in the world that you could ever expect on a comedy show. We had the best writers, and we had a great talented team of actors, and a great leading lady.
I've heard you say, Ed, though, that it was a rough year. The year prior to you getting that role, you had one of the worst years of your life. Do you remember why that particular year was so rough on you?
Worst years were to come later. Once the show got canceled on me, Lou Grant, that is. I don't recall how miserable I was. I guess the jobs had slowed down from the express train I had been on when I first came to Los Angeles. So the jobs had slowed down, and I needed the Mary Tyler Moore show, and by God, we got it.
What a hit it was. So many Emmy Awards. You have 8 of them, 16 nominations. I've heard you tell the story of getting your first one. Do you know where that first Emmy is right now? Can you locate it?
You're going to have to let me cruise around the house until I find it.
It's somewhere, though. It is somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
All 8 of them, are they in the house, or have you given a few away to family members?
There's a Canadian one that is the 8th one. I won it for daytime TV in Canada. I don't know where that one is.
Well, congratulations on all the awards there, where they're well-deserved.
Well, I have to tell you that we have duplicates because some of them were damaged in the 94 earthquake, I think.
Wow, it fell off.
So we got duplicates.
Fell off the mantle and broke?
Yeah.
Wow, it's an interesting story. You're about to celebrate your 91st birthday in less than a week, so a pre-happy birthday to you, Ed. We got any plans for the 91st?
I don't know. You know any girls?
I know a few. My man Shaq, he definitely has a whole Rolodex of them.
Oh, well.
Could have a great time.
I can't compete against that behemoth.
Yeah, well, maybe you could get some spillover. That's what I try to do when I hang out with them. Just get a little of that.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah. Ed, I recently saw you on the Kelly Clarkson show, and you had referenced that you could smell her. I'm curious, what does she smell like? Because she's a cute girl.
I don't remember what the smell was, but it wasn't a bad smell, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I loved seeing you on that show, man. It was good seeing you, and you're looking good at 91. Longevity is kind of a word that comes to mind when I think of Ed Asner. What is the secret ingredient to the Ed Asner everlasting spirit that you have?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Who you talked to earlier just inserted his name just now, but I'll pass over that. I would say toleration in moderation in drinking and moderation in food, and if my joints didn't hurt so much, and I hope my joints didn't hurt so much, I would be less moderate in my exercise.
You know what I don't know if you're taking turmeric. Are you taking the turmeric root, anti-inflammatory? I'm a big fan. You should look into that one. It's an all-natural root.
Need a gallon of it.
Yeah, you're going to have to just take a bath in this stuff. It's definitely helped out the team over here. Turmeric root, have your team look it up, and maybe that will help you along. TURMERIC. Yep, turmeric. It's an anti-inflammatory, and maybe that'll help you out. Take 2 and call me in the morning, Ed. Ed Asner.
And how much am I going to owe you?
Oh, I'll send you a bottle, actually, Ed. I appreciate your time here today. He's the son of a Junkman is the new book that you need to go grab. It's My Life from the West Bottoms of Kansas City to the Bright Lights of Hollywood. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, do you remember what kind of music you were listening to as a young man when you were hanging around the junkyard?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, Peggy Lee was somebody then. Kansas City was a good way stop for all the bands that toured the country. Tommy Dorsey, Jimmy Dorsey, Benny Goodman. Damn it. Who was it?
What about the Motown? Were you into the Motown, like the Temptations and that kind of stuff?
It hadn't happened yet, yeah. I graduated high school in 1947.
So how old were you when you got to Hollywood? What kind of music were you listening when you got there? Were you running with any rock stars back in those days?
No, I don't think so. I did two of Elvis Presley's first movies, Kid Galahad and Change of Habit.
What was Elvis like to work with? Did you get a chance to be on screen with him?
Oh yeah. He was a very nice fellow. Very nice. You would have liked him.
Was he wearing his blue suede shoes? I mean, the guy definitely had a class and had a style about him.
I don't remember the blue suede shoes, but he had style. He had an entourage when on the first movie, Kid Galahad, and he was busy breaking his hands learning karate at that time. Then a few years passed, and I did Change of Habit with him. And this time he had no entourage, but you could see that he was sought after by lots of women.
Yeah, you probably liked hanging out with Elvis. You ever get any of his spillover, Ed?
No, I'm afraid not. They didn't have the imagination. They're too young and flighty.
Yeah, I understand. I'd like to ask you one more question about the character Lou Grant. Was there a part of Edward Asner that was Lou Grant?
Oh, sure. I believe in the ultimate truth. I don't believe in sick stories or sick lies. The truth will out.
And finally, Ed, I know that get you back to the family and enjoying the good life, the golden years out there. Are you in Hollywood now?
I'm in Tarzana.
Okay, very nice.
Where are you?
I'm down here in South Florida, in Naples, Florida. You know where that is?
What's wrong with Florida? They decided not to go for Biden, huh?
We're down here in the South. They move a little slower down here in the South, but that's kind of...
They do. They scratch their ass too much.
Yeah. Hey, but the weather's wonderful for 6 months out of the year, although we have a hurricane coming right up of our ass right now.
Well, there's always Los Angeles, pal. And get the book and read it.
I will. I'm going to. I'll contact you after I read it. We can have another conversation.
That would be nice. I'd love to hear your questions.
Make sure everyone gets out there and gets the new book, Son of a Junkman. Our guest, Ed Asner. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day.
All right.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper? A woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver. I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.